Yeah, I think all the students are quite familiar with Collab interface and they know it's just the Gmail ID they need.
Yes, ma'am. But still, students, I would like you to install PyCharm by the next session. If you face any difficulty, please let me know on Microsoft Teams. Is that all right with everyone? I'll start anyways, I guess. So if my screen is visible, please let me know. Can anyone let me know if my screen is visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So here we have a basic collab file. Now I'm sure you all must have begin with Python basics like the if else part, the print part. Still, I'm going to give you a small introduction of those two. So for example, if we have the print command, so with the print command, we can basically use it to return a message to the user. So if I say print hello world, and if we run this command, just a second, Google, it's connecting. Okay, so as you can see, it just printed hello world. So that's what the print command does. Now the print command has three arguments. One, like there are more, but the ones you will use the most frequently are three. So you can also see it in the pop-up here. It's value, separator, end, and these file and flush. They are a different, they are something you won't really use for now. So as you can see, the value is this part. What we want to be printed. That's the value. Then we have the sep command and the sep argument and the end argument. So for that, let me just print hello world again. But this time, I'm also going to add another value. So if I print hello world, I am rn, and now I add end equals, let's say, at the rate sign. This is going to print. You can just see the output. So as you can see, it just printed at the rate at the end. Now, using this, I also demonstrated that you can print multiple arguments, multiple values at once. Just use the double quotes to enclose them and a comma in between. So that's what the end command does. Now, if I were to use just a second, let me just use it in the above one. So if I go here and I type sep equals dollar, let's say. So as you can see, it separates both the values with a dollar sign. Like it printed hello world, then it separated the comma using the dollar, then it printed I am RN. All right. And then in the end, it printed at the rate. Now, the default values for separator is like the empty quotes, like nothing. And the default value for at the rate, it is new line. So the new line character, which is demonstrated using this, you can use this to create a new line. So if you want to see, I'll put it in the separator command, separate argument. So as you can see, it printed hello world in one line, IMRN at the rate in another line. So that's what the new line character does. It includes a line break. So if we keep like the separator as a space, the end as like nothing, and then we add another print command. Now that is where where you can really see what the use of the end command is, because with multiple print statements, that's what the print command can do. As you can see, it printed these both in the same line because there was nothing that was provided at the end. So it printed this, then it ended with nothing, then it added hello world 123. So that's the print command. Now if you want to see the if else command, They are basically what you can understand from the words. All right. So the basic way to make you understand is if, then, if this, then, oh, this is, if this, then do something. If not this, or you can say else, do something else. So this is just the textual way of making you understand the if else statements. Now, for example, we have a variable. I hope you all understand variables. So if you have a variable a is equals to 5. Now, if we say if a equal 5, uh, print, let's say, hey, else, print hello. So this is what the if else command will do. You can see that the if a equals 5 is true for this because we have given the value of 8 as 5. So it prints hey. Now, basically what this does is if any of the arguments in given in if is correct, is true, then it runs the command. We have also some logical operators, as you will call them. Those are the technical details that you would be studying in your schools. uh, I think probably have already studied them, if someone can confirm. Where I have you all studied in Python till where in school, if someone can confirm. Students, please someone confirm till where you have studied Python in your schools.
Sahil, you are not audible.
Yes, ma'am. I think he accidentally unmuted because he just muted himself right after.
Yes, sir. We studied whole loop, if else in the previous class.
While loop.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if you have studied if else, students, that's pretty good. So since no one else is answering, I'd assume that is with the case with everyone. If someone else has not studied this, and or if they have studied further, please let me know.
I think they have done selection construct. They have done if statement, all of them, and introduction of loops. So you can start with I think definition of function.
Okay, ma'am. So, students, functions are basically some named code blocks which you can use repeatedly in the program. So, the syntax to define them is define, like let's say a function, my function, and brackets. And here you can write a code. So, for example, if you can say print, hey. Now, the thing with the functions is that you can also provide a function for some specific variable. So, if you provide a variable here, like let's say ABC or something like that, you can also work with that variable. Now also you can use functions to calculate something. So also you also have a return statement in functions. So let's, for example, we have just a second. We have let's say a function in the variable num, then we have num star star, or let's just say num plus equals 1, and then we have return num, then we have print my func, and we can say num as 2. So basically what the syntax will do is that first we define the function my function with the variable num, and it does the that provides the next number with num, and then it returns it. The return command here is very important because it basically tells the function that this is the end for the function and it has to give you the value. Now what we did with the print statement is we added the function in the print statement, and then we have the print statement in the brackets of the my function. We added a number which would be the value for the num. So you can see that the num was provided as 2 and it printed 3. Is that clear with everyone?
It's clear.
Okay. So the use for functions for us would be like, for example, if we have a button in our Python program, if you have an application and you have a button in a Python program, we can provide the function as like we can make the button execute the function when we press the button. All right, so that's what function would be used for us. So now let me give you some more examples of functions. So let's just say if we have define um, loop num. So like as you said, you have study loops. So if we have let's just say for ABC in range num print num plus equals to 1. Now we want also we can call the functions using the same syntax like loop. We can just do this, and to provide some value for num we will do 15. Let's just say, just a second. Oh, that's a typing mistake. So as you can see, it ran the command. The function, the value of num was 16, so it just printed the value of num was 15, so it just printed 15 plus 1, 16, 15 times. Is that clear also? Please let me know.
Yes, it's clear.
Okay. Now let's just say we have another loop. So for example, if we have a loop, let's do one loop without a variable. So we have a loop, for example, define my function. This one is without a variable, and it can directly take code statements. So if we have print, let's just say, before print, let's just ask for the user's input. Ask equals int input, enter something, print ask. So we have this, and then if we, for example, call the function in this one, in this code block, like for example, my function. For example, if we run this one, it will ask for it will ask us for something. So if I print ABC, oh sorry, let's just say I printed one input 1 2 3, so it printed 1 2 3. So what this did was we had a function defined in this code block, and we called it in this one. So first of all, we have to run this one, so it gets registered with the program file. You can think of this whole collab repository as one whole Python file, and then the my function was called, and it basically took the statements from here and ran them. It executed them. So I think that's like the most basic examples of functions I can give you. So if everyone is comfortable, we should like jump into Python actual like app development with Tkinter. Let's start with that. Ma'am, would that be okay?
Yes, it is. I think now you should introduce the library.
Yes, ma'am.
Will you introduce today?
Ma'am, Tkinter for the basics.
Tkinter. Okay.
So just a second, let me open PyCharm.
See children, these are some basic things which you will be using to create programs for developing app. But the problem is in simple Python, GUI interface where you have buttons and you can use the mouse to click on the buttons, text boxes where you can enter the data. All these are not there in a normal Python interface. You have worked in normal Python interface, isn't it? Can you find the text boxes there or buttons over there? It is not there. So basically, tkinter is going to introduce the GUI interface. What is GUI? Graphical user interface, where you see text boxes, where you see the command buttons, and you can create an app kind of an interface with the help of tkinter. So Aryan is going to just tell you about how we can create a GUI interface with the help of tkinter module. It is a library in Python which has inbuilt functions. तो आपको बस इतना करना है कि आपको functions पता होने चाहिए. जैसे ही आपको functions के syntaxes समझ आ जाएंगे कि किस तरीके से उनको कॉल करना है, you will be able to execute the programs without any problem. इसी वजह से, because आपको functions का concept clear होना चाहिए, Aryan has introduced to you how to create a function and how to invoke a function. Okay, so now you are going to not create exactly, but you can use the already created functions also, right? Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay.
So first of all, to give you the most basic introduction with tkinter, I have selected a resource that I found on the internet. I had saved this already for the club. So this is the tutorial for tkinter. All right. Now I don't need you to go through it all. I will share this link. I just want you all to go through this list. This is the list of all the available widgets in tkinter. As you can see, we have the button, canvas, check button, entry, all this. So I just want you all to go through this. I will share the link in the team chat. You can also click on one specific one to go to their specific tutorial. So for example, you can have the arguments and stuff.
आर्यन सुनो, अभी इनको ना थोड़ा से वो टर्म्स का इंट्रोडक्शन दो कि विजेट किसको कहते हैं और कंट्रोल्स किसे मतलब जो भी चीजें होती हैं एक tkinter प्रोग्राम के अंदर ना, उनको किस तरीके से हम प्रोनाउंस करते हैं.
Yes, ma'am. So for that, I will open a basic program which I have created.
ऑलरेडी इनको दिखा दो.
Yes, ma'am. मैं दिखा रहा हूँ
इनको कि किस चीज को हम क्या कहते हैं, मतलब विंडो क्या होती है, विजेट्स क्या होते हैं इनके, वो सब पता चल जाएगा.
Yes, ma'am.
जैसे आपके फोन में होता है ना बेटा, दैट यू हैव द मेन डेस्कटॉप काइंड ऑफ अ थिंग, और फिर उसके बाद आपके डिफरेंट पेजेस होते हैं, होम पेज होता है, और उसके बाद आपके और स्क्रीन्स आते हैं जिसपे आप एप्स को कस्टमाइज कर सकते हो. सिमिलरली आपके यहाँ पर भी कंट्रोल्स होते हैं. ठीक है, तो इनकी जो टर्मिनोलॉजी है वो भी आपको क्लियर होनी चाहिए कि व्हाट टू वी कॉल देम.
So आप मतलब Microsoft Teams पे भी देख सकते हैं, जैसे मतलब मैं ना जो if my screen sharing is visible, you can see that we have these pictures for the user's profile picture. Then we have, if you hover over we have this this is called a label. All right, this has the text information. This is called a label. Then all these are buttons. Now if you go to the chat button, we have another widget here which is the just a second, let it load. This is called a text input. Widgets are basically the elements of your application. All right, so if you have an application which asks for the user's input, it will use the widget text input. If you have an application which shows the user something, it will have the widget either label or a canvas. The canvas is used to share photos and pictures, and if you want the user to click on a button, the widget would obviously be a button. So here I have an application which I was coding for some competition, so I can show you the basic interface. This is made in Kiwi. This is not in tkinter, but there is once you learn one of them, there is not much difference in them. So just a second. As you can see, I have the application here. So it is basically a chat interface. Like if I say ABCD or something like that and press send, it says something here. So basically, this is a label. This is a widget, which is a label. It shows the text which you have inputted there. This is also a label, but this is a scrollable label, which I will explain to you when we get to Kiwi. This is a text input. We can enter text here, like anything, and this is the button. This button is the reason why we learn functions. So let me open another project.
Have you ever operated a chatbot? Any one of you? So in a chatbot, there are labels and text boxes, also buttons. So all these elements which make up the interface of any application, they are called the widgets. Okay. In tkinter, you can see there is something written like root tk dot capital T and then K. So every element is placed inside a window. Okay. So all these elements are placed inside a window, and the very first window from where we begin is called the root window. Right, Aryan?
Yes, ma'am.
And
Ma'am, that is since
as
the word root signifies the origin of something, so that's why we usually use the word root for the tkinter windows. But we can name it anything. It just needs to be consistent throughout the
we
program.
just follow the convention, don't you think so?
Yes,
Which
ma'am. That's why I said that.
which helps us understand the layout of your program, कि कहाँ से शुरू हो रही है windows, कौन सी is the first basic window, and from where you are going to which window, like that, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So first window, the basic window from where your application begins working, that is the root window.
So here I have the most basic code, which will what it will do is that it will create a screen. All right. So first of all, as you can see in the comment, it is just some tip that you should not name the same file as a module or library imported. So let me explain the code line by line. I can rewrite it as well if you want, but let's just explain it. So first of all, you want to import the library tkinter. Now, a library is basically a package of instructions or a package of functions that is a pre-made resource for the programmers. All right. So what it will do is that it will provide us access to all the resources in tkinter and all the functions as well, so we can import it. Now, the import tkinter is a basic command that imports the library as tk is like, for example, you can see that tkinter is a longer word, so we can just make it tk, so we can like access write it easier. Now then we have root is equals to tk.tk. Now what this does is the root is a variable, then tk capital T is a function. Now please, like, I would like you all to remember that the T is capital. All right. So Python is a case sensitive language. Has upper cases and lower cases. So .tk is a case sensitive function which basically executes a window. TK, the small t, like, is the library. So like it tells Python that from the library Python, you have to execute the function TK. Then we have some arguments for the root, the screen. First of all, with the title, we can like put the title for the window. Like for example, if you see in on a like Microsoft Teams, if I open, you can see the title would be class length app development. Then for example, this would be entitled paint. So that's what the title does. Then the geometry would be the size, and the root.configure bg. This would provide the color for the background. And root.main loop is another like important miscellaneous command which basically tells the application, like for example, when you get the window, then execute all the commands. The root.main loop tells Python to go back to the first command and start executing it again, so that you have an application.
So basically a forever running, again and again it will keep on calling, and your window will be visible until and unless you purposefully close it. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So the first command here, you can see import tkinter as tk. Now this is a command which will help you use the tkinter library, okay, and its functions. किसी भी पाइथन की लाइब्रेरी को यूज़ करने के लिए, फॉर एग्जांपल अगर आपको मैथमेटिकल कैलकुलेशंस करनी है और आपको कुछ फंक्शंस का यूज़ करना है, तो उसके लिए मैथ लाइब्रेरी होती है. सिमिलरली आपके पास यहाँ पर tkinter लाइब्रेरी है, जिससे आप अपने पाइथन प्रोग्राम के अंदर विंडोज क्रिएट कर सकते हो, विंडोज के अंदर डिफरेंट एलिमेंट्स क्रिएट कर सकते हो, जैसे टेक्स्ट बॉक्स, जैसे लेबल, या फिर बटन्स, स्क्रॉल बार्स, स्क्रॉल इनेबल्ड बटन लेबल्स, all these things you can create, right? तो अभी root is that window which is being created by the tk function. अब आप ये कहोगे मैम tk तो function है, तो उससे पहले जो ये small में लिखा है tk what it is, can you see that this is created in the command just above? दिख रहा है सबको? Please confirm. Are you able to notice the command import tkinter as tk? इसका मतलब हमने tkinter लाइब्रेरी को इंपोर्ट किया और हमने उसका एक निक नेम दे दिया tk. अब ये जो निक नेम है इसके थ्रू हम इसके सारे फंक्शंस को कॉल करेंगे. तो अब tk डॉट कैपिटल T and small k. Now this particular command is actually creating the root window. Okay, and for the root window there are three parameters, or you can say three things that we have to set. One is the title of the window, you can see, which is coming as the title bar of the window, which is coming on the title bar of the window. Geometry means how big the window will look like, and configure means what should be the background settings, color settings. Sometimes we need a logo of our company in the background, so all these things can be set with the help of configure, right? Main loop is that do not run it just once but keep on running it throughout, and until and unless we close it we can keep on seeing that window, right? अभी आप ये देख रहे हो कि आर्यन इस विंडो को रीसाइज कर पा रहा है, वो उसको बड़ा कर रहा है, छोटा कर रहा है, लेंथ में, ब्रेड्थ में, दोनों वेज में वो बड़ा छोटा हो सकता है विंडो. अब ये भी आप प्रॉपर्टी है इसकी एक कि आप इस विंडो को कांस्टेंट साइज का रख सकते हो, which will not change, so you cannot drag to increase or decrease the size of the window lengthwise as well as breadthwise. So Aryan, what is that setting? It is there in geometry only?
Ma'am, I think so. I have never explored that setting as I never needed it.
Okay.
So I will send it in the link. Now,
ऐसे
first
भी,
of all,
yes, you can continue.
okay, ma'am. So first of all, I would like to explain, as ma'am explained all the settings for the file for the window. We also can like remove this code block as tkinter has some default settings. That would be background would be white, the root geometry would be I think full screen, and title would be root, the name of the variable. So like if we mess with the settings a little bit, we can explain what they do better. So for example, if we change the geometry from 500x 400 to 5000. Now what this plus 0 does is that it tells the uh, program to start from the 0 0 coordinates. Like as you can as you might imagine a row of lines and a column lines. I think you have done graphs in mathematics, so you know what coordinates mean. So like if we have this now this point would be the 0 0 length 0 breadth. So that's what the plus 0 does. So like if we change from 500x 400, we can change it to 200x like let's say 300. This would be a rectangular window, and we can change the background color to cyan. Then we can put the tutorial the title to be like hello. So that would give us another value. So as you can see, it gives the title as hello. We have the rectangular window, the vertical rectangular window, and we have the cyan background color. Now what this feather icon is, it's the tkinter default icon, which you will see in all the windows that you create with tkinter. It also acts as a button for the Windows tools like move, size, which you would normally get if you right
Okay,
click on a
Aryan,
window.
Aryan, just tell them how to create a text box so that user can enter the name and a button, and then the moment user enters on the button or clicks the button, there should be a welcome message for the user. Only this much, and let
Okay,
them
ma'am.
try it out.
But I have them all laid out in different steps. So if I can first explain them the steps.
Okay, fine.
So after the screen, like after the basic introduction of a screen, let's go to a label. Also, what I meant by this step is Python imports the library as a .py file. So like for example, if I have a library tkinter, it is stored in your Python default structure files as a tkinter.py file, So what would happen if you like rename your tkinter screen.py to tkinter.py? It would try to import your file in which you are working on, and that would cause a circular import error. So what it does is that it imports itself, which causes a circular loop. So to stop that, Python gives you an error and stops your execution. So that's what I meant by do not name your file as same as the library or module imported. Now here we have the like basic code for the screen. This is the same code as which we did in the last one. This is a label. Now as I explained, a label is just a text, a way to display text or image or anything to the user. So for example, this is the way we do this in tkinter. Now dot pack, this is a function which tells the tkinter library to place your label in the window. So for example, if I run the window, just a second. So if I run the window, we have a high label. If you can see here, this is a label. All right, this is the window, this is the label. Now if you remove the dot pack function, the label won't be visible as like the label exists, it is existing in the program, but it is not like placed in the program. All right, so for this we have two values. One would be the dot pack. It just like if you have a dot pack and a multiple like for example you have two labels, a text box, a text input, what it will do is that it will place them in a random manner based on the sequence. It will like just pack them by the word, if you can understand from the word, it will just pack them into the screen. Now with the dot grade function, you can provide some coordinates. All right. So for example, if I want this at, like for example, if I want it at 550, 250, I think it should be string. Let's just try them out. Yes, it should be a string. I think that's an internal error. Just a second. For now, let's just do the pack function. We will cover the grid function later. So what the syntax for a label would be tk.label. Now again, tk is the name of the library, the nickname of the library. Dot label with a capital L identifies it as a label. Then we have the window name. So like if I have like I can just show you the skeleton. So this is the window name which you have specified in the variable. Then we have the text. Then we have the foreground color, background color. Now these are the basic arguments which you will usually need. I have also like provided them in the comment here. There are more arguments, but those are not commonly used. So as you can see, code should be always between root and dot main root dot main loop. Now you can put some code here, but it will execute after the window is closed. So for example, if I print window closed, so if I have this window, then if I close it, it will print window closed. So that's what happens if we put some code outside the root dot main loop. I will give you all some time to read all this. That code should always be between root and root dot main loop, as I told you. Some label arguments: screen name, text, foreground, background. Dot pack places or packs a variable into the screen. Dot grid can be used to give positional arguments. Label dot config is used to configure the label. All right. Now we have the button. Now again we have the basic code for the screen. Then we have, as I explained to you, functions. This is the function, and we have a label again, but this time the label is stored in a variable so that we can operate on the label. So for example, what I want, just a thing, let me execute it first so you will understand what I mean better. So if I have a like a label here, which I if So as you can see, if I press the button, the value of the label increases, and if I click this, it will print something with the number. So what this does, we have a variable defined as mynum equals 0. Then we have a function define my function for label global mynum. What global does is that it makes the variable known throughout the program, which means that we can access it basically anywhere in the program. So usually what happens if is that if I define the mynum here, and if I access this here, it will give you an error that the variable is not defined. But with global, we can do that. So what this function will do is that it will increase mynum with 1, and the myvar is the label. You can see myvar.config text is equals to mynum. This will change the text of the variable, the label. Myvar.pack, it will pack the label. One thing to note would be, if you have a label in a variable, do not use .pack directly, but do variable.pack. This is just how tkinter works. All right. Then we have a tk.button.
And I
This is,
just saw that grid वाला error जो आपका आ रहा था बेटा, उसमें grid function में बहुत सारे parameters होते हैं ना, आप केवल row और column दे रहे हो, है ना?
ma'am, I think I forgot the coordinates, right?
तो row
Uh,
is equal to लिखो, row is equal to and some value, comma column is equal to some value. Put it like that.
okay, ma'am, just a second.
Row is equal to some value and column is equal to some col. और column you must mention col. नहीं column, पूरा column. हाँ पूरा लिखो.
Okay, ma'am.
Column is equal to. अब आया नहीं ना error.
Yes, ma'am. So like if we increase the value of the column to like put it in the middle or something like let's say 70.
Because these are, I think, in terms of points, so that will be very, very small value.
Ma'am, I think we also need to provide the coordinates, like as we did here. So for example, just a second, let me try it out. Okay, so
इससे तो एरर आ रहा है ना?
yes, ma'am.
नहीं, ऐसे नहीं, आपको इसको रो इज इक्वल टू और कॉल इज इक्वल टू ही देना पड़ेगा, और उससे उसको थोड़ा सा बढ़ा दो, 100 करना एक बार. कॉलम इज इक्वल अभी भी ये कॉर्नर में ही आ रहा है ना?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, so we can explore that later, I guess.
Okay.
So the function or like the command to get a button would be, you can like again do a variable tk.button with a capital B, root would be the window name, text is like what you want to display on the button. Like for example, if I have a button here, like this is a button, the text is tk enter text input.py, so that's the text for the button. Then we have a command. Now the command is what actually happens when you click on the button. All right, now this is where you need to provide the function. So the function is my function, which we defined here. The function would be there, and the dot pack. Now as I said, in label you should always pack the label with the variable, but in button you can directly dot pack it. The text formatting argument should be the same, and some important arguments, state, this can like disable the button, and command does what the button is. So like if I put state is equals to disabled, I will do that later, I guess. So as I already demonstrated what this code does, let me just show you again. So you can see that this is the basic version of a buttons. All right. So in the end, we will create a program which what will it do is that it will input something from the user. Like let's say it inputs a name, and then it will display the name. Now for that we will use a tkinter text input, and the text input is, you can see here, my input is equals to tk.entry. Dot entry is the identifier for the uh, text input. So let's just put in a comment what all identifiers we have done. So for label, we have tk.label. Then for button, we have tk.button. Then we have the text input. For text input, tk.entry. Please remember this, it is not input or text input, it is entry. Then for the screen, we have tk.tk. So this is something important. Just a second. All right. That these are all the identifiers for the different widgets. Now the code would be code would be almost same here. Like just a second, let me execute it for you. So what it will do is that if I enter my name Aryan, and this is the label, this is the text input, and if I click to change label text, it changes the label text to Aryan. So what it does is basically the same. We have the variable, like we have the function first, define my function for label global name my var.config text equals to name.get. Now dot get is like just a second, if I show you string variable. So the text input is is like like has more arguments and more stuff. So for example, we have dot get. All right. So if I have a let me demonstrate it on a flowchart like of it. So if I have a text input, we have a variable which stores the uh, value of the text input. So to get the value, we use the dot get function. All right. So dot get stores it in another variable. Now we pass it into the label using label dot config. Like let's just say l dot config, and we can execute this step using a button. So that's what we did. All right. If you can understand this code better, that's what we did. You can also like check out the comments which I have left everywhere. A variable for text input needs to be initialized as a property of tkinter, string var or int var to make it such that it can be used to get users input. All right, this is a property of tkinter. This is like there's no specific reason behind it. It's just the way tkinter works. Text variable is the argument that gets the text inputs value into a variable.
और इस
Thus,
वेरिएबल का यूज एंट्री कंट्रोल के अंदर किया है. आप देखो ये वेरिएबल जो क्रिएट हुआ है tkinter का के लिए, उसको हमने उसका नाम जो हमने स्पेसिफाई किया वो एंट्री में किया. मतलब जो टेक्स्ट बॉक्स से एंट्री जाएगी वो इस वेरिएबल में स्टोर हो जाएगी, ताकि हम इस वैल्यू को फिर कहीं पर भी किसी भी कंट्रोल में यूज कर सकें.
yes, ma'am, as I said in this comment here.
समझ आया सबको क्या हुआ है इसमें? सबसे पहली चीज तो आपको सारे कंट्रोल्स को आइडेंटिफाई करना है कि आपको क्या क्या चाहिए आपके प्रोजेक्ट के हिसाब से. तो अगर आपको लेबल चाहिए तो आपको tk.label यूज करना है. अगर आपको टेक्स्ट बॉक्स बनाना है तो आपको tk.entry करनी है, एंट्री वाला कंट्रोल यूज करना है, मतलब फंक्शन यूज करना है. अगर आपको कोई कमांड बटन बनाना है तो आपको tk.button करना है. और सबसे पहले आपको जो करना होता है वो आपको विंडो क्रिएट करनी होती है, जिसके लिए आपको tk.tk कमांड जो है वो यूज करनी पड़ेगी. ठीक है.
So like now we could either like demonstrate the image, how we can show an image, or as ma'am said, I should like start with the program, which what it will do is that we can demonstrate like just what this command what this program will do, basically this.
I think this much is enough for today. Let them make one themselves. एक बार खुद बनाने दो इनको इतना, फिर उसके बाद हम इस पे और कंट्रोल्स को इनकॉर्पोरेट करेंगे.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, should I show them the image part?
हाँ आप डेमोन्स्ट्रेट कर दो, लेकिन फिर इतना दिस विल बी योर होमवर्क फॉर द वीक दैट यू डू ट्राई आउट दिस पर्टिकुलर कोड एंड यू
Yes.
कैन टेक हेल्प फ्रॉम द रिकॉर्डिंग. You can also take help from the resources that are shared in the teams. Okay? Okay, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
एक इमेज वाला डेमोन्स्ट्रेट कर दो आर्यन.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ
बट
ताकि
लाइक मैं रिकमेंड नहीं करूंगा कि आप लोग ये खुद से एक बार ट्राई करें, क्योंकि ये थोड़ा सा मतलब इसमें कॉम्प्लेक्स पार्ट है. इसमें आपका पीआई लाइब्रेरी भी यूज़ हो रही है, इसमें आपका कैनवस भी यूज़ हो रहा है, तो ये मैं अभी आपको एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर पाया टाइम की वजह से. तो ये मैं आपको नेक्स्ट क्लास में एक्सप्लेन करूंगा. आप बाकी सारी चीज़ें एक बार ट्राई करके देख सकते हैं. So this is basically a program which shows the club logo. As you can see that as we resize it, the position of the logo changes a bit to accommodate it better. So that would be it for the technical part today. Now, other than this, I would like to explain to you like one or two tips that usually help out in app development programming. First of all, as I said that when you usually work with libraries, you do not name them as the same as your file. That throws an error. First would be that. Second would be before starting out in any program that involves the GUI, you should like draw it somewhere. I would recommend on a pen and paper because it increases your involvement in the like mental involvement in what you're doing. So you can draw your GUI you want on a pen and paper. So for example, if you want GUI that has a text input and a variable and a label, you should draw it out on a text first so that you know that this is what I want and this is how I can do it. And third would be like, for example, whenever you have errors, you have to check where the errors are, and for that I will like, for example, if we have any error, I will show it to you at that time. So if everything is clear, please let me know, and if anyone has any doubt, please let me know at that as well.
वन मोर थिंग यू शुड नोट डाउन बेटा इज द वेरिएबल्स, कि आपने कौन सा वेरिएबल किस पर्टिकुलर कंट्रोल के साथ अटैच किया है. जैसे अभी आपने करा था एक वेरिएबल अटैच टेक्स्ट बॉक्स के साथ, कि जब भी टेक्स्ट बॉक्स में डेटा आएगा, यूजर टेक्स्ट बॉक्स में डेटा एंटर करेंगे तो उसके बाद उसका डेटा किस वेरिएबल में स्टोर हो रहा है. बिकॉज समटाइम्स वी यूज मल्टीपल स्क्रीन्स और उसमें कंट्रोल्स भी बहुत सारे होते हैं, तो कौन से कंट्रोल से डेटा कौन से वेरिएबल में जा रहा है, सो दैट यू नो हाउ द लिंकिंग इज बीइंग डन. जैसे आर्यन ने अभी फ्लो चार्ट के थ्रू आपको समझाया कि हम किस तरीके से इनपुट ले रहे हैं, फिर उसके बाद वो वेरिएबल में किस फंक्शन के थ्रू जा रहा है, और वेरिएबल में जाने के बाद वो किस तरीके से लेबल में वापस डिस्प्ले हो रहा है. तो वो उसके मेथड आपने एक फॉलो किया ना, एक प्रोसेस है ये पूरा. तो आप अगर वेरिएबल्स के नाम लिखोगे नहीं कि कौन सा वेरिएबल आपने किस कंट्रोल के साथ एसोसिएट किया है, तो आप बाद में कंफ्यूज हो जाओगे कि इतने सारे वेरिएबल्स हो जाते हैं और इतने सारे कंट्रोल्स हो जाते हैं. तो साथ साथ आप डिजाइनिंग तो अपनी पेपर पे लिखेंगे ही, आपको उसके साथ साथ में हर एक कंट्रोल के साथ कौन सा वेरिएबल एसोसिएटेड है ये भी आपको लिस्ट डाउन कर लेना चाहिए, सो दैट योर कोड बिकम्स क्लियर टू यू कि आपने कहाँ पर कौन सा वेरिएबल यूज किया. ठीक है. Isn't it आर्यन, जब आप कॉम्प्लेक्स एप्लीकेशंस बनाते हो, जब आप मल्टीपल स्क्रीन्स बनाते हो, then it helps you a lot to remember.
Yes, ma'am. So that's why you should always use like meaningful names for your variables. Like
Yes,
for example,
meaningful names यूज करना है, और हर एक वेरिएबल नेम को कौन से कंट्रोल के साथ आप अटैच कर रहे हो, तो उस कंट्रोल के भी नेम्स आप दे सकते हो ना, तो वो साथ में आप लिखते जाओ, तो उससे आप कंफ्यूज नहीं होगे. ठीक है.
yes, ma'am. So that would be it for today. If anyone has any doubt, please let me know.
But please do try this much at your end, and please tell your friends also. Especially it is for those students who have opted AI. Please tell your friends. You will be requiring to submit your project work by the end of the term, first term as well as second term. So in the annual term you may use this particular coding skills to enhance your project, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So tell your friends, those especially those who have opted AI. Even if you have not opted AI, you can take it as a hobby course, and you can learn a new skill of developing apps. As you know, it is an upcoming skill, and each one of you should be, I mean, having this skill to develop applications. It can help you in future. Okay. So please tell your friends and work in groups. Why I'm saying more people should be there, because working in groups is more convenient and enjoyable. आप एक project पे काम करो, 2-3 students मिलके काम करो. There are so many competitions, inter-school level as well as national level competitions by CBSE and ATL, and you can participate in them. As I announced in the previous class, you have Google Code to Learn competition. In that also you have app designing. You have ATL Space Challenge. In that also you have app designing available as the one of the type of entry. So इसलिए please involve yourself in these sessions and joyfully, like not taking any pressure of it. You can learn in an easy manner, because these are just students who have learned it and they are there to help you. Peer learning में ये होता है कि there is no formality, you can easily approach them anytime, you can ask your doubts. Okay, so I hope you will involve more of your friends into it and create group projects. Okay.
Yes,
Students like the other part of the club, which would be the Python programming part. Most of the syllabus there is like gradually it is done in the CBSE curriculum only, all right? So for example, if you have list, you have string, all that is done within the CBSE curriculum. But GUI programming is something that is not included in CBSE for now. I don't think it is in like class 12th as well, and I'm in class 11th right now. So that is something that if you want to learn, you have to learn by yourself. But we are here to help you out with that, and that's why we like want you to learn it. And that's why you should recommend it to your friends as well who are into app development.
And because we found that this particular thing is not explored by children and they don't get initiative, they don't take initiative on their own, they feel that it is very very difficult. But children, let me tell you, this is something which is very upcoming, and it is going to be a requirement for future jobs. Okay, so adding one skill to your resume is always beneficial, and that will help you in using it in different manners. Like, even if you don't take computer science engineering in future, even then it may help you. If even if you take commerce as a stream in class 11, app development is there in commerce also. Don't you have the e-commerce applications? So there also app is being used. So it is not just limited to computer science syllabus now. It is an open course. Everybody is doing app development, right? So please tell your friends. They feel that it is difficult. It is not at all difficult. It is just the interest, and interest comes when you are working in group with your friends, right? So please call your friends to be the part of it. We have just started. Today is the first class with Python programming in app development. They can join even if they have not opted AI. Okay.
yes,
And
ma'am.
not just that, it usually like feels very good when you create an application that does not return the output in in the Python file itself. So for example, if you have the normal Python program, it shows you the output in a like text form in the very boring format in the end. But if you like create an application, like that was originally the reason why I made why I learned Tkinter. It was because I was bored by seeing it in the like Python format itself. Someone was saying something, please continue.
Um, I am actually not a part of the team because it's my first class attending Python app development. So I won't be able to receive the recording. Is there any way that I could receive the recording?
Yeah, first of all, we will add you to the team, and second, we will share the recordings. We have a YouTube channel for the recordings where we have all the recordings for the club sessions. So we will share the YouTube channel's link with you as well. Can I get your name, please?
Ipshita, Ipshita Gupta.
Okay, I will add you to the team.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. And I also Sahilja wanted to opt for AI. Is it possible now?
I don't think so. Opting for AI is possible now because already 2 terms are over, and you have missed out quite a lot. But yes, you can pursue here itself, where you are learning basics of Python at the same time, apart from what is there in the CBSE curriculum also. Like app development is not there in CBSE curriculum, but yes, that makes your applications much more powerful and interactive. So graphical user oriented applications. So this is how, I mean, it gives power to your applications, where you learn app development, where you learn tkinter and Kiwi, which incorporates the graphical user interface in your programs. So it is not just a simple coding program, it is going to make it much more interactive for the user. And you can find out problems in your area, and you can develop solutions for those problems, right? So it is like creativity is yours, like whatever you think you can do, but the thing is that maybe a single person is not capable of finding that much time. But if you divide your work in your group, where all the students are like-minded, they are into programming, they want to make some kind of solutions using Python programming, तो फिर उसमें आपका काम थोड़ा इजी हो जाता है और आपको इंटरेस्ट भी आने लगता है, and it does not become a burden, right? So that is why I'm saying incorporate your friends along with you, those who are your good friends, those who are interested in doing this. Please ask them to participate. We have just started this class. Anyone who has not attended previous sessions will not affect. Okay, so you can involve your friends, you can ask them to join, you can give me a message that ma'am, these students want to join, we can add them to the club team, and we can invite them in the next class, and you can join in with your friends, right? Ipshita, it does not matter if you have not studied in the earlier classes, you will be able to understand, because this is the starting we have done today. Okay,
Thank you, ma'am.
and please add her. Sahil, you were already there, I suppose.
Mama already added her.
Okay. Sahil is already there, I think, in the.
Yes, ma'am.
Hansika is also there. Krish, मिताली तो है और यशवी भी है. क्रिश का भी एक बार कंफर्म करो. क्रिश, टेल मी योर फुल नेम एंड योर क्लास. Or you can tell the admission.
My full name is Krish.
Okay. What is your admission number? 346.
3464.
Okay. Aryan, you can just check Krish with the admission number 346 for you. Is he added in
Okay,
the
ma'am,
team?
just a second.
Mitali and Yashvi, you can also tell your friends to join in, and you can work in groups, right?
Okay, ma'am.
You also have opted for AI, and you can use these concepts in your project work submissions, right? And try to do them. ये रिसोर्सेज जो भी भैया ने अभी आपको दिखाए हैं, ये सब आपको इस टीम में मिल जाएंगे, टीम की फाइल्स में मिल जाएंगे, एंड यू कैन एक्सप्लोर देम एंड यू कैन क्रिएट योर ओन एप्लीकेशन. ओके,
हम एक्चुअली मैंने आपके मैसेज बाद में देखा था, तो फिर मैंने आधी क्लास मिस कर दी थी.
वो आपने आधी करी हुई है. भैया ने स्टार्ट किया था इफ स्टेटमेंट से. इफ स्टेटमेंट तो आपको मैंने पढ़ाया हुआ है क्लास में, और लूप का इंट्रोडक्शन भी कराया हुआ है, तो वो बिगनिंग में वही पार्ट था. आई थिंक जब आप आए थे तो उस टाइम पर जस्ट हमने tkinter का बिगिन ही किया था. आप रिकॉर्डिंग देख लेना, और आप जो भी फाइल्स शेयर करेंगे भैया, जो भी प्रोग्राम फाइल्स जो भैया शेयर करेंगे, पीवाई फाइल्स, उनको भी एक बार खोल के पढ़ लेना, और वैसे ही सेम स्टेटमेंट्स बना के अपने आप खुद अपने प्रोग्राम में, आइडियली पे भी कर सकते हो, ठीक है, और खुद टाइप करके एक प्रोग्राम रेडी करना. आई वुड लाइक टू सी इट नेक्स्ट टाइम.
ओके मैम. यस.
Mama added Krish to the team.
Okay, Krish, you have been added to the team. Please message in the team itself in the post section if you have created a team of yours, जिसमें कि आप 2-3 बच्चे मिलके काम करोगे. ठीक है. यशवी, also be please call your friends along with you. ठीक है.
Also, I would like to announce that to accommodate team learning, in the end, we would be working together with the Python programming part to create a grand project, which we have been calling it. It will basically be including both the backend and the front end part. For someone who does not know, front end would be the part where the graphical user interface is involved, and backend would be the functioning of the application. So that's
Basically,
what.
your functioning as well as the data, where the data is stored.
Yes, ma'am. So that's what will all be working for, and that would accommodate group learning as well as work distribution.
Okay, I think we should end the meeting today. let us meet next time with all your team members with which you will coordinate during the week, and I would appreciate much bigger participation from your friends. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Bye all of you.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask something from you.
Okay, Aryan, I'm staying.
Hansika and Krish, do you have any doubt? Hansika, do you have any doubt? Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, so basically I wanted to ask if there is any way that I can participate in the IIO uh, Olympiad by Silver Zone, because ma'am, it requires registration through school.
IIO मतलब कौन सा
मैम
ओलंपियाड?
इंटरनेशनल इंफॉर्मेटिक्स ओलंपियाड मैम, कंप्यूटर का ही है, सिल्वर जोन वाला।
अच्छा, कब है वो उसकी रजिस्ट्रेशन?
मैम उसकी रजिस्ट्रेशन डेट 30th है लास्ट।
30th सितंबर।
यस मैम। मैम उसकी रजिस्ट्रेशन स्कूल के थ्रू करनी है, तो इसलिए मैं आपसे पूछ रहा था।
अब तो सारे ओलंपियाड्स ऑनलाइन मतलब इंडिविजुअल लेवल पे हो गए हैं। I'll inquire about it. Send
Okay,
me the
ma'am.
details, links.
मैम उसके साथ साथ मुझे एक और में पार्टिसिपेट करना है, इंग्लिश वाले में, तो मैं आपको उसका भी सेंड कर दूं?
हाँ कर दो, देखती हूँ मैं क्या कर सकती हूँ उसमें।
ओके मैम, थैंक यू मैम। मैम मैं आपको थोड़ी देर में सेंड करता हूँ।
ओके।